T for time. Welcome back to Timeout. Now, this weekend is kind of tough. It's kind of boring. There's no football, and it just gives you an insight into what it's about to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough.
Tough how?
I don't know. I miss it. I miss watching it. I don't know if I miss Matthew necessarily playing every weekend, because obviously that gets a little dicey with scheduling and kids and
Worrying about his safety.
and injuries and and I don't know, pressure and just keeping this house in line for however many weeks, but I do miss watching it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough.
It was a little bit of a taste of what 2 weeks from now is going to be like.
I know.
I don't know if I'm ready.
No, 2 weeks. No, 1 week. The Super Bowl's in 1 week.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah, it's 1 week.
So 8 days from now, it's going to be sad.
It's gonna be really sad. It's over for a while.
Is there life after football?
Who knows? Guess we'll find out. No, and I know that is something we'll get into that has been all over the internet this past week. But before we do that, Kira and I found out something really interesting last week, and I think we kind of teased it to you guys. It was a rule that Matthew taught me. I had no idea it existed. But it had to do with, I think it was the Eagles game, and it was 4th down, and they were trying to get I actually have no fucking idea which team it was.
It was a long time ago. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It was 4th down. They were near the end zone, and they knew the guy who was running the ball in knew he wasn't going to get to the end zone. And they needed that to keep going. Again, I don't remember which team this was. And I looked at Matthew. I was like, what is stopping him from purposely fumbling and hoping one of his teammates jumps on it in the end zone? You think about it,
Because at that point, the other team would be receiving the ball around there anyways.
100%.
So
They'd be on the goal line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like either you turn it over right there and they're on the 1, or what stops you from fumbling it forward and praying one of your teammates is there to jump on it. Well, and you think about it and you're like, yeah, that doesn't make that would be too easy. And it is. There's a rule on it. So on 4th down at any point in the game, if you fumble it you cannot advance it after you fumble it. So say Saquon Barkley, it was 4th down and 6, and he in the second quarter, and he fumbles it, and it gets past the 1st down yard line, but one of his teammates jumps on it. It is not a 1st down. They go back to where the ball was fumbled, and that's when it's turned over on downs. Okay, so that also comes into existence after the 2-minute warning. Any down does not matter. Say Saquon Barkley, it's 3rd and 6. I don't know why I'm using Saquon. He's just on my mind.
I mean, he's incredible, and he just got engaged. So.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I think it was literally today.
Oh my God, year of engagement for football players.
Really.
I just know Josh Allen, but I feel like it just, continues to happen.
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air, and it's almost Valentine's Day, And it's almost Matthew's birthday, so there's that. Say the other team jumps the ball. Obviously, it's their ball. But if his team jumps on the ball under 2 minutes, it is still not allowed, regardless if it's 4th down or not. It was 2nd down. That ball will be moved back to where it was fumbled. And if the Eagles had jumped on it, it would still be their ball, next down. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought it was very interesting.
Well, this is a huge rule. It would be insane it just feels insane to not know it until now.
No, I know. And it seems like common sense. But then again, I'm going, well, I mean, every other fumble you see, whoever jumps on it gets it wherever they jump on it.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. And I guess I just never realized it. But I literally thought to myself, you know what? If you were really smart, if you were like a woman and you thought things through, you would think, maybe I should fumble this ball forward and just hope my team jumps on it.
Yeah.
Well, turns out the men already thought of that.
They were wow.
They were ahead of us on it. And they've already made a rule. So there you go. That's a new rule for you. But moving on to the things that you've been seeing this week, I feel like we'll just go ahead and touch on it. Obviously, it came out. It was an insider. Who dropped it? Ian Rappaport?
Oh, yeah. It was him, yeah.
Okay. And it was speculated.
And we're talking about Matthew.
Yes,
right
we're talking about Matthew. Sorry. Yeah, that's the biggest news in my life. So, it had been speculated that he wants to play again in 2025. That speculation is right. But the only thing is there's a lot to figure out before that can happen. But you know what? He had a great year. He came out of it with, and I was talking to him about it. He's like, I don't know, I feel pretty good, not many injuries and no surgeries. And I looked at him and go, just the 4 cracked ribs and multiple injuries, that were small but significant, but okay. But I think the no surgeries is what honestly football, like all football players, like if it's a surgically free
off season,
surgical free,
either way,
season or off season,
it's
that's healthy. Yeah. So, yes, he would like to play in 2025, and I'm excited. We'll see if it happens. He's slinging it around pretty good still, and I don't know. I feel like he has, weirdly in his prime in a lot of different areas, and including football. So we'll see. Again, there's a lot that has to get figured out before that can happen, though. And I swear, well, this might have to be a timeout.
Okay.
But if I see one more trade shit, I'm going to lose my mind.
I am going to call a timeout because I think if we get one more headline of you being quoted saying you're tired, someone's going to send you like a case of Red Bull.
I am tired and I prefer Celsius.
In case you're watching, she prefers Celsius.
No, you know what? It is, but like, regardless, whatever happens. The NFL's wild, as we all know. But obviously, I read headlines. I have the Apple News, and sports is like my main thing, and the Rams as well. So every headline of any tiny little speculation I get, immediately I'm like, Matthew, he's like, God, just calm down.
I know.
Like, okay, I'm sorry. But, again, a lot has to happen for him to play in 2025. A lot has to get figured out. So that's the stage that we are in this home.
I want to bring up a really cute headline of Matthew, if you don't mind.
Okay.
A Detroit area dad sold an old Stafford jersey to pay for him and his daughter to go to a Lions game. And Matthew went ahead and replaced that jersey for him.
So this is unbelievable to me. Not only I did not know about this until after he did it.
Oh, really?
I did not know. And usually, he's busy. I'm more of the thoughtful one.
Well, you have more time to be online like that and 100%. See stuff like that.
He let me know that had happened, and he was like, I'm getting their address, and I'm going to send them my playoff jersey from Detroit. Now, again, there's a few of those. So, but I thought it was pretty awesome. And to be honest, that's who he is. That's the man I love. But not only that was during the playoff week, and not only that, he was helping me deliver aloe boxes to people who had lost their homes in various parts of around where we live. So
that was like the night before he left for Philly.
Night before. And I looked at him and I was like, hey, I'm just gonna go drop these boxes. Obviously we work close with Aloe. We love them. And they were doing an amazing thing for all the victims of the fires. And he looks at me, he's like, I want to come. I was like, okay, let me call Tata. So anyways, he just, I don't think he was expecting, I wasn't expecting that to hit headlines. A lot of the things that we do, we try to have it fly under the radar. But that dad, I think, wanted to make it very apparent, especially for, I don't know, just in general of who Matthew is. So pretty awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to be shallow with this before I get serious. And this is our place. Their stuff, their kitchenware, their stovetop, their just appliances, everything they create is stunning. And honestly, Matthew comes home and is like, great. Why did we replace everything? And I'll tell you why we replace everything is because our place is doing it right. Not only is everything like so nice to look at, appealing to the eye, but they also are doing it the non-toxic way. The regular pots and pans and bakeware and everything you're using has PFAS, the forever chemicals, right? And this is why our place is different. They're leading the change. They have always been PFAS-free and offer the most durable, toxic-free ceramic coatings, ensuring a healthy, safe cooking experience. Go to FromOurPlace.com and enter my code MORNING at checkout to receive 10% off site-wide. That's FromOurPlace.com, code MORNING. Our Place offers a 100-day trial and free shipping and returns. FromOurPlace.com with the code MORNING. Going back to football and going away from how incredible my husband is, by the way, y'all, really funny. He is out there stopping and replaying Britney Spears every time because my kids are trying to make up a routine. He's like, are you shitting me? I have to stop, press pause. So you wonder why he wants to play again in 2025.
He's like, this is not the kind of film that I like to watch.
He's like, what is this stronger? And they're like, Daddy, start over. And he's like, and he goes, dun, dun, stronger than, yeah. Anyways, so that's what he's doing right now. All right. Now, Super Bowl is obviously this week. We are excited to watch. What are you going to do for Super Bowl?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
But yeah, we might have a few friends over, or we might go to someone's house. I don't know. Pretty low key. Mm-hmm. Bring our Auntie Anne's pretzels because, I love those. And, and yeah, nothing really crazy going on. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of people who openly admit to not really wanting to watch this game this year, and I think it's just because there's a team that's dominating right now, and I don't want to give us a timeout. We've belabored the point, but I think there's a weird energy going. You're either really invested in this Super Bowl because you're from Philly or you're an Eagles fan, or you're a Chiefs fan and you want that three-peat. But other than that, I think people are a little bit like, I don't really know how to feel.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, I did see that headline. Someone sent me that headline of me saying I was fucking tired of watching the Chiefs win. I mean, who's not? If you're competitive at all and you are a fan of a team, you're fucking tired of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people agreed with you, and that was one of those headlines I was like, that's fine, because honestly, your biggest supporters in that statement are going to be quiet because they don't want to get.
Well, I mean, come on. That's everybody's sentiment if you are not a Kansas City fan, because if you're competitive, and you guys know I'm very competitive, to see someone dominate's annoying.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we'll be watching it, I'm sure. I love the commercials. I hate that they tease the commercials now. I hate that they release them early.
I haven't seen that, really?
There's such a good Budweiser one.
Oh, really?
Yes. What are the big horses called? Clydesdales, and there's a baby Clydesdale. Anyways, I know. So hopefully not all of them have been teased, but we'll see. But I do love the Super Bowl commercials.
Are you and Matthew going to be in your sleep number? Do you know if that's running during the Super Bowl?
God, I hope not.
We love you, Sleep Number.
No,
we do.
I know. We were at a burger place the other day, and we're sitting there with our kids, and they had somehow never seen the commercial, probably because we're always on some type of streaming service, and there's no commercials. And there's a basketball game on, and all of a sudden they're like, "Daddy's on TV!" And they're yelling. I'm like, calm down. They're like, Mom, you didn't tell us you were on TV. I was like, it's called a commercial. You don't know about it because you just are in this generation that doesn't do commercials.
This is how you're going to college, okay?
Hush. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think that one has run its
that
course.
One's done.
All right, so some people wrote, I just got back from Cabo, so bear with me. Some of you wrote in some questions pertaining to the Super Bowl. One of them was, I think, overtime rules.
Yeah, overtime rules. Should we expect anything different from the Super Bowl as opposed to all playoff games?
No, so the overtime rules are the same as playoffs. And again, I will just go over those real quick. Each team has a chance to possess the ball. So if you get the coin flip, the first team that goes down, if they score a touchdown, the other team does get a chance, but they have to score a touchdown. Now, so this makes it interesting. I didn't ask Matthew this, and now I kind of wish I did. In overtime and playoffs, you'd want the ball second.
Okay.
Right? Because you'd want to know, because if they score a field goal, or if they don't score, all you need is a field goal.
I know. I would want his opinion on that.
So, hold on.
Hold, please. Go get Brittany, Dad.
It's Brittany, bitch! And we're back. Turns out, well, you're right. Look at us go.
Look at you. I'll give you the credit there.
Look at us go. So yes, you want the ball second. If they don't score, all you have to have is a field goal to win it.
Okay.
So there you go. So the overtime rules are different. They should do that every year. I don't get why they don't. I understand that they don't want these games to last forever, but they should do that during the season.
Yeah.
Games matter. Your record
agree.
matters. So even if you lose on a, you don't get the ball back in the regular season to win a game, that game matters. Anyways.
Oh yeah. So something a lot of people ask, we kind of touched on it on TMA last week, but what are the tickets like for players? Are they set aside for players?
So I asked Matthew this question because I honestly couldn't remember. Obviously, we purchased a suite, but you do have the chance to purchase. Actually, every player in the NFL has a chance to purchase, I believe, 2 or 4. I think it's 2 Super Bowl tickets at cost.
At cost.
So they are not free.
Okay.
And that goes for both teams that are playing in it as well.
And at cost, sorry, does that mean that they just can't get hiked up by reselling?
100%. Okay. But there are no free tickets. And to be honest, I don't think there are any free tickets anymore for players. I believe they pay for every ticket, but it's all at cost. I might be wrong there. You might get 2 comp tickets during the season to home games. But other than that, that's it.
Interesting. So it's not different team to team.
I think it's
standardized.
It needs to be. If it's not standardized, it needs to be. But I'm pretty sure it is standardized.
Okay.
Like, that is the rule. But no, you don't get anything free at the Super Bowl. Like I said, I think on TMA, it cost a shit ton to play in the playoffs and to keep going. And I understand people are like, well, yeah, you buy a suite, but my husband also makes the most money on the team. Therefore, like, even if you are, a rookie getting paid not nearly as much, those tickets are expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's on a scale.
Yeah.
And so it is very expensive for these players to play in the playoffs and to continue moving forward. They do get paid. But it is not like a regular game check.
I've noticed that families like yours and the Cups who often get suites will invite like players' wives, girlfriends, family members into your own suite. Because,
Yes. And also, honestly, like, that's also for safety purposes. But yeah, it tends to start to add up. And so, you try to take care of one another, but you also realize we have families and we have Matthew's family, my family. It's very, very expensive. And I we said it on TMA last week, but the suites were going for like 2.5.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah. And these Super Bowls are getting more and more expensive. I mean, the most expensive Super Bowls of all time have been the last 4.
Yeah.
So,
guys, and I'm laughing solely because my husband has played in one. And I'm going, it's a football game.
I know.
That really the best seat is on your couch.
That's true. I mean,
that sounds horrible to say.
No, you miss it. I mean, we know from football foreplay, you miss so much good stuff if you don't listen to the call.
Also, like the replays, there's stuff that you're missing constantly. I understand being in the environment and say your team, but if I'm a Kansas City fan, I'm like, I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah, no,
it's expensive. I've been there before the past however many years they've been to the Super Bowl. Like, yeah.
You're going to be way more comfortable. And also, to give you guys an insight into what suite life looks like at games, half the time, like, you're kind of outside looking at the actual field, but then everyone runs inside to look at the TVs.
And to see
almost
replay.
After any interesting play.
I feel like half the time I'm watching the TVs. Because most likely my kids, there is something, like, I don't want my kids taking up seats because there's not enough seats in the suites to accommodate the adults even. So I always tell my kids, like, listen, if adults want to sit, you're out. So they sit inside. Well, then I'm inside because I'm dealing with them. And so you're just kind of like, might as well be at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're just coloring on a countertop and we can eat some wings. They might be better.
I know. I did take away all the coloring. I took away that shit because I was like,
yeah.
You know what? If we're going to pay for y'all to fucking be here, you're going to watch, whether it be on the TV or, personally, someone that you're going to watch.
I got it.
So, you guys know this, but I love my husband, but I love my sleep more. And that's why I love my Sleep Number bed, because without it, I don't think I would be getting the sleep that I wanted. And that is because I'm sleeping next to a person who likes their bed completely different than me. He likes it really firm. I don't like it that firm. And so that is why I love Sleep Number, because they know that just because you're sleeping next to the person that you love does not mean you shouldn't sleep at all. It is the best beds for couples just because you can individualize each side. And, 80% of NFL players have Sleep Number smart beds, or almost 100% of LA Rams have the Sleep Number smart bed. And that is just because they know how good it is. And for recovery and all of that stuff, you need good sleep. So why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? So you can choose your ideal comfort on either side. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. It is limited time exclusively at Sleep Number store near you. See a store or sleepnumber.com for details.
What does Super Bowl day look like as a wife or girlfriend, family member? Do you arrive early and do you go through a special entrance, or are you with everyone else?
So this is very interesting because I have a different...
Yeah.
Because we were at home. So I think our situation was wildly different than if we were playing in New Orleans, right? I do know that they have, in the past, there is a team hotel and a family hotel. And normally the teams arrive pretty early to wherever they're playing. So not only that, they have like family buses that will take the families to the games. It felt like kind of how I felt in Arizona.
Okay.
You're kind of shuttled around as a group. So yes, there is an entrance for the team, for the family.
Okay.
Also like, whoever's with the family front office, stuff like that. And you're not really mixed in unless your tickets are mixed in.
Okay.
Which I think is good for safety purposes. Especially if you're toting around kids.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts isn't. He's not married. Engaged?
No, he's either engaged or married, but he doesn't have children.
Okay. So I know the Mahomes have children and a baby, their new baby. And I think for players' mental capabilities, they want to make sure their families are safe and families are there. So I think that's why teams, not only does it make it easier, but teams are just bussing us around together so they know everyone's safe and everyone's together.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we had a police escort into Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
On the buses. And so that's a thing. You think about traffic, getting the families there on time, things like that. It was very, very nice. Ooh, it was real nice. I was like, ooh, to have a police escort, man.
Can you imagine if you had that all the time from the Valley to SoFi?
Be fucking incredible.
That'd be great.
It would be incredible.
Okay, so that's the Super Bowl this weekend. And then, of course, as you guys watch the game, look for weird things. We will absolutely be recapping it.
Yes.
Explaining anything interesting that goes on, giving our honest reactions to the results.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited. You know what? I'm excited to watch it. I will be rooting for just a good game.
Yeah.
You don't want to blow out either way. Like, you just want to see.
I have a feeling a blowout won't happen.
No, and I wonder the last time a blowout has happened in the Super Bowl.
I can't think of one offhand.
Well, I know you can't. I love you so much. And I'm not saying, I just feel like you just got kind of into football a little bit.
Hey, the one thing I can claim is I think I watched the Super Bowl every year of my life. Probably.
Okay. Are you there for the food or are you there for the game?
You know I was there for halftime.
Okay, so I'll tell you something. And this is why I like to watch Super Bowl at home or at somebody else's house. I'm a big dip fan. And I'm not the Southern girl that does dips, the packing and the dips. I'm talking about, I want some buffalo chicken dip with some Fritos.
It's like,
I want some chili dip. I want all the shit that is bad for you. I'm going to tell you one of the worst things my mom has ever done to me. I was having some stomach situations in high school. I mean, didn't I talk about shitting myself on TIMEOUT last week? I
Probably.
did not do that, but okay, we're going to move on. But you guys get it. If you listen to TMA, you understand where I'm coming from. So anyways, I was having these stomach issues in high school and they couldn't figure out. So I had to get a colonoscopy and an endoscopy, both ways. And so
in one way and out the other.
Yes, there you go.
Football foreplay.
There you go. Is it? I don't know. So anyways, the day before, and I don't think this is still a thing, but the day before, they make you drink this. You can't eat anything. And they make you drink this nasty ass chalk stuff all day long. And you are literally cleaning yourself out. You know what I mean? Okay. She scheduled my endoscopy and my colonoscopy the Monday after the Super Bowl.
What?
How rude is that? So not only do we have people over and I'm sitting on the toilet for God knows how long, but I'm smelling all these dips and all the food and I can't eat any of it.
That's so rude.
I have never been I literally was so mad at my mother for like a week. I was like, I can't believe you did that to me. And she was like, oh, relax, Kelly. And I was like, it's one time a year that everyone brings like their favorite dips. At least in the South, this is how it is.
It's unhealthy here too.
Yeah, there's no real food there. There's wings, which is my favorite food, just so you guys know. So any, Wingstop, Celsius, I'm all here. There's the Wingstop's wings are insane. So there's wings and there's dips.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, not this. I hope you have nothing scheduled for Monday of this Super Bowl.
Just this podcast.
Oh, that's right.
So, anyways, until then, guys, I hope none of you have colonoscopies or endoscopies scheduled for Monday. And I hope you enjoy all the food that the Super Bowl supplies. Also, I hope you enjoy the game. I hope for a fair, good game. I don't know why I said fair. It just seems like a fair game is like, I
think
know.
everyone's a little bit worried about fairness lately, so
Is
that's
it?
okay.
Did I see some headlines like Eagles fans are pissed? Or was it Eagles? No, who is it pissed? Bills.
About what? Yeah, about the first down. Even Hank mentioned that, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
shit happens, literally and figuratively.
Okay, time out. We are going to wrap this one up.
I'm so sorry. All right. We will see you guys next week. Let's pray for a good game and no injuries. And other than that, we'll be talking about it. We're also going to talk about the draft a little bit because that's what's next.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I know. And in our last timeout episode, we will quickly cover draft and what to expect until you maybe hear from us next season.
Yeah. Okay. So sad.
I know.
So sad it's coming in. I know we're sad about the NFL over, but I'm sad that the Timeout podcast, season 1, is going to be done.
I know. That's pretty weird, actually.
It is. People are going to miss you.
Aww.
You still can hear from me on TMA. So, but I know you guys want this, Kira. All right, guys. We love y'all. We will see you guys next week.
Time in
and
Ryuta.
Ryuta, baby.